What is up, everybody? Good evening, howdy and welcome. Welcome Sassy, welcome Rune, welcome Luko and Starge, welcome Rayboops, Sai, welcome Sisto, welcome Cursed, welcome Dars, and of course welcome to anyone else who might be lurking or who might join us on the way. It is me, thy friendly neighborhood PB. I hope you all are doing a-okay on this Tuesday evening. Hey Beastie, how's it going? Sorry if I'm sounding a little bunged up still. I'm not 100% just yet, but I am good enough to stream, and I wish to stream, so stream I shall. But yeah, all the music we just listened to was from Castlevania Judgment. We had my personal favorite track from that entire soundtrack is Mad Forest from Castlevania 3, which uses Sypha Belnad's theme. After that we had Slash, which is the theme of Maria Renard from Rondo of Blood originally. Then a somewhat original track created for Castlevania Judgment, The Wolf Revealed, the theme of Cornell the Werewolf, which is like a remix of several different tracks from Curse of Darkness, the N64 game. Then of course an empty tome, originally from Order of Ecclesia, the theme of Shinua, My Beloved, from Castlevania, Order of Ecclesia. Did I say Order of Ecclesia again? Play Order of Ecclesia. I'm doing an Order of Ecclesia stream coming up after this Lords of Shadow stream. We're going to do Lords of Ecclesia streams at least once every 2 months from now on. It is hard. That's part of what I love about it though. Whenever you play to like the GBA Castlevanias, the easiness of them becomes like really readily apparent after, you know, one or two of them. Lev, what's up? Thank you very much for Valkyria Chronicles votes. Can we please have a shout out, first of all, for Runetooth? I was hanging out at Runestream last night, yesterday evening. He was playing some horror games. He was playing multiple games. He was playing Darkwood, Gloomwood, Darky Gloomwood, Gloomy Darkwood. Time Spinner. Lev, I think our beloved Poco Agitado literally just linked me to Time Spinner yesterday afternoon, or maybe the day before. But that is so Symphony of the Night inspired in like the details of his aesthetics that it's ridiculous. I mean, it looks great. I would like to play it based on the trailer I saw of it. Axa, hello. I'm feeling much better, thank you. Not quite 100% just yet, but much better indeed. Like nowhere, almost there. Pretty much. It's just like annoying, lingering. Wait, is that the right Runetooth? It's Runetooth underscore, isn't it? Oh, Rin's live right now. Give him a follow. Give him a follow right now. He'll really like, you know, it'll be a really nice thing to see some follows pop up over at Rin's chat if he has, if you've yet to follow Rin. Yeah, he's playing Darkwood and then playing some of those puppet combo horror games, Ray, that you've been telling peeps about. I know you said I think you said you have yet to play any of them, but everyone go rush Rin instead. Hey, not what I said. Did I lose sign for this game? It looks like I lost sign for everything. Okay, well we're gonna have to restart that game. Don't know what we lost sign for it, but we sure did. Wait, let me. Y'all can hear this? Ghosto, how's it going? I could stop this bit at any moment right now. I'm not gonna. I keep thinking the drop's earlier than it is, but it's not. Yeah, I would not mind trying out Liza P. I'm not like super excited for it. I'm not gonna jump on it like day one or anything. I have a few games I'm jumping on week 1 as of next week, so please look forward to that. Probably will be able to guess which those are if you're aware of which games are coming out next week. Making a meme for work. That's one hell of a job. Alright, shut your face, music. I don't think I've lost any progress. Axa, if you're talking about me in this video game. Thank you, Sai, for the Breath of the Wild votes. Don't forget, everybody, to get your Breath of the Wild, not your Breath of the Wild votes, to get your maybe game votes in. You have 2 nearly free votes every single stream. And we will be deciding which game is being played on Friday of this evening. So it's important, I guess. But yeah, also, I wanted to give a shout out to Rayboot. I was watching play some. Well, I watched her play some Ultra Kill for like a second, but mostly I was watching some Dead Space. And yeah, Rayboot's super cool. Check her out. Great artist as well as being Stimky gamer.
And so it began.
Actually, more primarily an artist. Just a bit of a Stimky gamer on the side.
He is dark.
Hello,
and
Menin.
terrible, and the cries of the dead follow him wherever he goes. There is nothing but hate in his heart. Hate for those who have taken his beloved, who have made him do terrible things, who have taken his humanity. Now, reap the whirlwind, scions of death, for comes the Prince of Darkness.
The Prince of Darkness? Okay, are we going full evil? Is this game gonna end with us being evil? I think I know how this ends. I don't know if it's a spoiler to say something that might be half remembered. I don't know if I figured it out or if it is actually a memory. Tough to decide on that vote. I mean, there will always be more votes. Cannot carry any more fairies. God damn it. Look, I might play some of them. I like the Mega Man Battle Network games. Well, I say I like them. I played the first 2. I wouldn't. It is how this is gonna go. Oh, sorry, 0. I thought I read Battle Network. Sorry. Well, I played the 4-0 games. You know what? 0 never really hit with me. The first one, and I didn't try any of them. As a result, after that. Which to me says that I probably might have to give them another chance. The first one is rough. We shall see. From the dawn we shall see. It's very possible. Lord of the Rings Return of the King game. Was that one of the good licensed Lord of the Rings games? Like, I love the aesthetic. The aesthetic and like the graphic technology in Zero was so sick. Hey Zebu. Castlevania, truly. Alright, so were those guys one hit killers? Thought they were. Reaper. Only powerful sorcerers can summon and control these dangerous spirits. The Reapers are a corporeal manifestation of death itself. Their aspect depends on the beliefs of those who confront them, but most people perceive the Reapers as skeletal figures with long tunics wielding large scythes. Necromancer. Necromancy is the most evil of all schools of magic and can only be performed by the followers of the Dark Lord of the Dead. Unlike vampirism and lycanthropy, the powers necessary to control the energies of the deceased are not easily acquired. The Dark Lord only shares a small part of this power with his followers, who themselves must die in order to use the abilities given to them. Once dead, they become his thralls, and their master is able to control them with his own considerable power. Why are we getting his bestiary account right now? Alright, well, there's two reasons. The first reason is that we don't have an actual boss fight with him. So they're getting it out of the way now. The second reason is that it is our buddy Zobek. Because, like I said, suspicious as fuck. Omniscient. Legendary warrior. Wears the old garb of the Order of Light, or the Brotherhood of Light, whatever it's called. And we all know that so far the Lords of Shadow have been founders of the Brotherhood of Light. Use the power of the Gauntlet. Oh, that did it. Due to MC, he's called Gabriel Belmont. He's this is, in case you're not aware, this is not like canon to any of the other Castlevania games. It's its own timeline. He's the first Belmont in this game, and I'm gonna say it because I don't know if I remember it or not. I don't know if this is remembered, but even if it's not, it's super obvious. Yeah, he's gonna become Dracula at the end of the game. There's been no mention of Dracula in this whole game. The Lord of Vampires wasn't Dracula. We've been collecting a mask. He's just super set up to be the dark protagonist. You only care if the MC cool. Don't know. Oh, fuck off. Not really cool, just kind of boring and brooding, to be quite honest with you. How do I know that? Because, like I said, there's been no mention of Dracula in this whole game. Dracula was not the Lord of Vampires. Our character has been set up for, you know, a dark twist the entire game. I wouldn't say that they've been particularly, what's the word, subtle about it, if that's how it's going. Zobek is the Lord of Necromancy. Gabriel Belmont is Dracula. What happening? Oh, we're fine. Well, see, Zed, that's the thing. In this game, Gabriel's motivation is to find the power that will allow him to bring his wife back to life after she was murdered. So, you know, he's a bit of a wrong'un from the start. Hire the Shadowy Lords. So far it's doing okay, you know? Nothing too offensive happened. I'm trapped on this floating rock. This land is one huge insane puzzle with hundreds of mirrors that can transport you anywhere. Such as the so-called aperture magic from the Necromancer. That's gotta be a... Oh my god, that's the second Portal reference in this game. I was trying to think, I was thinking like, oh, that's the second really video gaming reference that we've had in this game. But then I realized that the other really video gaming reference was just another Portal reference. The problem is working out which mirrors take you where. I've been here all day and all night, and I grow more weary each time I take another door. Why does death not find me and take me? Fucking same, buddy. Clearly that guy's been playing some Castlevania Lords of Shadows. Yeah, see, the good things is that none of that shit is canon. Because if this dude is Dracula, he's not, you know, there's a different person who becomes Dracula in OG Castlevania lore. Man, who said, you know what would make this game fun? Enemies that one-touch kill you towards the end of the game. Meg, whenever I said that this game hadn't done anything egregious so far today, I lied. Because that is a bit egregious. Imagine having a wife to bring back alive. I mean, my ultimate dream is to one day become a wife guy. Your upload whenever makes the coziest yet most fun to watch story, whether it be book, game, or TV media. Zeb, how about I write an entire series spanning Castlevania fanfiction? What then? What then, I ask you? Would have an OC character based on myself in it? No, the character that gets together with Shino at the end that happens to be called PB in his initials has nothing to do with me. This Irish scholar who, despite his lack of combat skill, has much knowledge, of beast lore and is strong with magic. See, that way I can make him look like a nerd, still like me. I don't have to worry about the fact that, you know, I would be too weak to survive in this world. No! Fuck off. Oh. Oh, so I basically use those guys to get out. Stop flying in and stab me, you little shit. Oh. Oh, I see. I don't know what you're referring to there, Zeb, but I can't guarantee that the plot won't end up going there. Can't do anything. 100% can, just sitting back, loving life. Goddamn seasonal allergies. Nah, just a little bug, I think. Just a little bug. I don't think I have allergies. Oh. Yep, we're fine. The game recognized that that was in fact bullshit. And it doesn't count. Belmont of War. Belmont of War of the Lord of the Rings. Fellowship of the Belmont of War is what I should have said. Because like I said, the most surprising thing about this game so far is just how heavily it's been influenced by Lord of the Rings. Like God of War is obviously there. But I still do feel like Lord of the Rings has been the biggest influence in this game. And like Castlevania is a distant third. Game is decent at least. Not sure I could agree with that myself, Yuho, but I'm glad you found it decent. Spill my bad gamer tag? It's just one of the most uninspired sort of boringly designed games I've played in a long ass time. It is the most early PS3 360 era game to ever exist. But Starge, you also think that Ino's hot. Does that mean that Rouge the Bat? No, you don't. You've already admitted this on your own stream. I don't know why you're saying this. That's Darksiders though. It's a close competition between this and Darksiders. Darksiders has at least its own sort of visual style going on, which granted is mostly giant pauldrons. This game has like the occasional okay idea, and then the rest of it is just sort of taking Castlevania ideas and making them a lot less fun or interesting. The Draculich.
Look at him, so dark, so beautiful. He has come for his revenge.
Oh, Zobek is 100% the bad guy.
A killing machine without remorse, without pity. What has happened to you, Gabriel? What have you become? Love has blinded you, but you have changed, my friend. Your quest is almost over. The dream is in sight. Now you must face death, and you must defeat it. The mask is a powerful device, and he who wields it can do anything. Bring back the dead, rule the world.
Won't give me that idea. I think it was like the second cutscene was when we were first like,
you are
right,
the one,
this is
Gabriel. You
really going one
are
way.
the one.
But now I'm thinking that he's not just going to turn evil, but he is going to turn Dracula. But something about that sounds familiar, so I wonder if I heard that like way back in the day.
Impressive.
I don't know if it's true or not,
I'm amazed,
but I'm not sure if I can credit
this
myself
far.
if it does prove to be true.
I have come to end this, sorcerer.
By whose authority? What right do you have to judge me when so much blood has been spilt by your own hands? Look at you. You revel.
Okay, maybe that guy
in
isn't
death.
Zobek.
We are one and the same, you and I.
Unless they did like a voice
You will
thing
not stop me.
to hide his identity. Dracula. Dun dun dun.
Look upon me, hypocrite. Gaze upon glorious death.
Oh, that's strange, Darks. I've heard people enjoying Darksiders 1, but I've never heard someone say that Darksiders 2 is not better than it. From, you know, people I know who played the games. And then Darksiders 3 is like just who? When's? Is that coming out soon? The only Darksiders game I spent any amount of time playing was the Diablo-esque one, Genesis, which was, you know, as much as I played, seemed like it could be fun. Darksiders 3 is your favorite? Well then. Dracolich Titan. Necromancers are evil wizards who can control the dead with dark powers. The most common belief is that this power is limited to deceased humans, but in fact it encompasses all dead creatures, as demonstrated by this monster, the reanimated carcass of a dragon. This massive creature, a remnant of our prehistoric past, died long before the necromancers came to this land, and was buried under tons of rock, eventually becoming a fossil. When the Dark Lord built his fortress in this desolate land, he covered the carcass and reconstructed it using magical runes to bind evil spirits to the ancient bones. Should the necessity arise, this monster is able to perform one last duty for its master. And the only thing I have that can damage it is the gem, which I don't have. So we're just gonna have to gamer this fight all the way. Rude. Oh, what? Oh. Oh, we Shadow the Colossus now, baby. You wish you were Shadow the Colossus like me. Am I supposed to jump in a certain direction, or... Oh, I see. Am I going the wrong direction or something? I guess so. You what, mate? I can't go any more to the right here. I can't drop down. Can't climb up on this one either. Square, it sure is trying though. Alright. Am I doing a dumb? Am I having a dumb? Oh wait, is that a thing that we can... I'm feeling a good bit better, thank you. Not quite 100% yet, but it won't take too long. I don't imagine. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Whee! What am I congratulating you on, Starge? Getting new phone and new soundbar tomorrow. Congratulations, Starge. I knew you could do it. The whole time, I was on your side. Man, I know how to soundbar. I hope it brings you much enjoyment. I thought about mocking you instead. But I couldn't think of a topic to mock you on, so I just decided to. I guess we'll just congratulate you. What a joink. Truly. Yeah, so what am I supposed to do? The only way I can jump is back over this way, but that doesn't feel right. Oh, I see. Man, this sure is some gameplay. Are we winning? I don't know. I don't know, man. How dare you ask me this? I love this game's reliance on context essential inputs, where there are several different options and they change at any given point of this boss fight. It's like constantly the thing that I'm supposed to do is not the thing that I was doing a moment ago. But there's no indication as to what the actual right answer might be. You just have to trial and error your way through the whole thing. This is how you design a boss fight. Can water fix my ashiness? No, not today. Ashy peeps is how we're living for now. Yeah, we Ashy boys today. It is wild to me that these devs would go on to make a good Metroid. If I'm not incorrect, it was made by Mercury's team, who developed Metroid Dread and Samus Returns. Matt and Jeff, the Ashy boys. I like it. What does this mean? What does the green thing mean? Please explain. Man, it was impressive. They managed to go through like 80% of the game without another one of these boss fights. And now we're getting towards the end. It's like, you've had it too good for too long, gamer. This is where the gameplay stops. Platforming is gameplay. You're not even platforming, you're just pressing the one correct direction and then A to activate going in that direction. But don't worry, if you press A in any other direction, you're still not gonna have any sort of failure or setback. Unless sometimes you can tap A at the wrong time. Ass Creed platforming. I don't even feel like you get to call it platforming, to be honest. But yeah, Ass Creed makes it feel like fun most of the time, at least, because you know it's freeform. You're moving, you're schmooving and grooving. Like, it's very, you know, game plays itself to some degree in the Ass Creed games. There's no denying that, but there's a sense of grace and fluidity to it. You'll Creed my ass in a moment. Oh my. Pardon me. You're gonna hear some sniffles tonight. This is by far our wettest stream yet. If he makes me do the climb from the beginning, alright. He seemingly did not. Okay. So this is the power of Castlevania and AAA. Something she said. Are you sleeping with British ladies from the 40s? It does feel rather long. Yeah, my god. That is a cool dragon zombie. Is that Gog Mazins? You making up Monster Hunter monsters now? Do we have zombie arm now? Yeah. That was an excellent push button in mouth 4 times. Game defeated. Oh, did that count as the final of the 3 Lords of Shadow? No, probably something else, isn't it? You gonna make me climb this tower-ass tower video game? I'm only interested in playing one tower game. East. Three more chapters. We can do this tonight, chat. We can do this. Final fight. There's 2 more chapters, video game.
And now the final battle is come. Marie is waiting for you, my friend. She knows what you have done. She knows everything. Marie has hoped all this time that you would save the world, and here you are, on the brink.
That for me, Sai?
You stand upon a knife edge. She has kept faith in you despite everything. Now you must fulfill your destiny, and the truth will out. I will help you, old friend. I will be with you in this.
I will take it.
Your moment of victory.
Just me with my flower. Pardon me. I try to mute my sniffles, but you know, sometimes I just do it reflexively.
Oblivion. Sempiternam. Daemonis.
We finally have the definitely not evil mask. Oh no, Thief, I just got over that. No! Thank you, Thifu.
Congratulations. You have done well, my friend.
Zobek, you were the bad guy all
I
along?
see you have united the powers. Excellent.
We can now end this. Once and for all. Come.
Yes. Let's bring an end to this charade. Finally, it is time for the truth. Let us remove our masks.
In one sentence, he just sounds 10 times more villainous. Time to end this charade. Oh no!
You are the Lord of the Necromancers. The final Lord.
Yeah, I can't really call this out as like
Understand.
I'm so
Yes,
smart. This is very, very
Gabriel.
heavily
It was I
foreshadowed.
who cast the spell that separated the earth from the heavens. I knew this would force my brothers and sister in heaven to contact the Order here on earth. The prophecy was their little ray of hope in the darkness. We Lords of Shadow, as you call us, have been impotent for far too long, fixed in an uneasy truce for many centuries, each possessing our share of the power, but each unable to have mastery over the others.
No, so he was doing like a clever thing. Either of them were
I'm so
actually
tired
wearing
of
physical
these years
masks.
of
It's like the
proliferation,
mask
a
of the
constant
heart.
truce between the three of us, each unwilling to
You can take that
concede
idea for
or
Persona 6.
cooperate with the others. They were too blind to see the potential.
Yeah,
in
this is one of the
power we
Lords of Shadow,
held.
says he.
If only it were combined. I desired that ultimate power and was prepared to probe the very depths of hell in search of knowledge to acquire it. I fought hordes of demons and became strong. Then a force so vast and terrible entered into me, expanding my knowledge of the dark arts until it reached unimagined heights.
Bootleg Ramirez.
All I needed was someone to restore
Who's Ramirez?
the luminous power of the spirits according to the prophecy, and you
Or
have
paid you to
been
chill
the
and sit with the
perfect
homies.
dupe.
You'll love to see it.
Of course, I couldn't arouse their suspicions. That
Does your
it
work
was
still, like,
I who
tip you,
desired
Starge?
the power for my own.
They still
No,
monitor you?
I used the prophecy as my cover, and
Not
you,
tip, like webcam.
my shining.
Yeah, look, I was saying the exact same thing. He's going wild with the arms right now.
You to stand in my way, Zobek.
Clearly,
I'm sure you won't. But you really have no say in the matter, my dear friend.
clearly Patrick
I could
Stewart's
quite easily kill you for your insolence.
history as a stage actor
but
is coming through
fortunately,
here.
There is no need.
What do you mean?
The gauntlet.
Ramirez
will
from
do it
Highlander.
for me.
I see, I see. I like to see the original Highlander.
As I told you, dark power is my dominion.
Oh,
Forged
nice
in the
Sol.
pits of
Solidus?
hell, no less.
Ugh. When have I
That
ever
was
called you
just a
Solidus?
small matter of the child and her protector. But you came through with flying colors.
Are we going to explain how and why we stabbed the
I
girl?
needed your strength of will and courage to complete the quest, but I couldn't risk you becoming too powerful. I needed to control you at the end, once you had murdered them. I knew you would never be able to challenge me whilst wearing it. Poor little Claudia. Such a sweet thing.
No.
You have exceeded even my wildest expectations, killing and butchering your way to victory. There is a terrible darkness in you, my friend. Your burning
Shin saw this field name,
desire
Shin was the
to
title.
resurrect your darling Marie
You're a
has
big old
blinded
starge now.
you to it. As you slept,
Shining stars
I
in my
was
night
able
sky.
to influence you with this mask, but even I did not foresee.
So basically the exact same thing happened, but just with Stargin.
To make you kill them, your penchant for murder and
What's
death
up, Taylor?
were insatiable. You just
Yeah,
needed a
he's
little nudge, and
loving
off
his
you
heel
would
run
go
at the
in
moment.
search of the one thing that could bring her back. Yes, Gabriel, now you finally understand. It was you who murdered your wife.
No! You
What?
lied!
Search your soul, Gabriel. You know it to be true. I was worried she would reveal my charade to you at the lake, but it seems she had a false hope that even a killer such as you could redeem himself and save the world.
Yeah, you know what the thing is,
Even the
Starge?
child, Claudia,
You need,
could
like,
see her own demise at your hands.
your name needs to somehow,
yet she
there needs to be an
also
ability to use it
trusted in
somewhat
you to the
affectionately.
bitter
Because, you know, we all got to know each other here.
Glorious,
Use
isn't it?
nicknames.
God himself
And, like,
sees
conveys,
you
you
for
know,
what you are.
familiarity,
A
affection.
cold-blooded murder.
Like, you wouldn't be able to do that with
beyond redemption, beyond
Storm.
hope.
Or Solidus would be a hard one too. But Starge I can live with. Starge grows close to the heart.
Let me free you of your heavy burden. Goodbye.
You hit Starge at first. I'm sorry. I stopped distracting him trying to. Oh, sorry. Is there something you're not getting about this? I would exactly say that's the most complex plot we've ever seen in this stream. Yeah, Sarge said, fuck y'all. I'm now. Steeler is good.
Hail, mighty Zobek.
Who's there? Who?
Wait, is this Dracula?
Don't you remember me? I came to you in the void. I
Are we getting
granted you
Dracula
knowledge
now?
and power. Power that you could never have obtained on
Was
your
I
own.
wrong?
Surely you haven't forgotten. In fact, I planted the idea for this whole elaborate ruse into your tiny mind in order to serve my own higher purpose. I no longer need your assistance. The power is now mine.
No! No!
You know, if this is Dracula, then whenever I'm tier listing this game, I have to be reminded so I can bump it up a point in the tier list. Because I got. Dracula naked?
Father, I come for you. Before the end, you will bow down to me!
Father? Who's his daddy? You talking about? Huh? Huh? Does it mean father as in like our father who art in heaven?
Don't be afraid. Come with us.
Because, you know, Dracula warring with God
Get away from
is
him. Don't wake him.
very Dracula.
Don't touch him. You cannot have him. If you take him, we are all lost. Darkness will triumph and there will never ever be peace or hope. We will be trapped here forever. Don't you see? We must grant him the power to go back.
Will he free us? Will we see the light that was promised?
I believe in him. His heart is pure. He is our last hope. Our only hope.
It is your time. Don't be afraid. Come to us. It is your time, Gabriel. Don't be afraid. Come with us. Join us.
Whee!
So, he has abandoned you too. So be it. Join me. I will love you more than he. I was adored once above all others. I too didn't deserve to be cast out, abandoned. Now you know what that feels like, don't you? Hate can bring us back,
Wait, that
give us strength.
yeah, that's the devil.
Embrace it.
It is what is in men's
It's
hearts
the
that
devil.
he cares about. He loves you.
The
as
biggest
he loves
ookie spooky bad guy.
We have only to ask for forgiveness deep within ourselves and be welcomed back.
You monkeys don't deserve redemption. It is my divine right to rule by his side as an equal, or perhaps more than that.
You would rather rule in power and might than to offer forgiveness and love. This is why you are cast out, unholy one.
You dare to challenge me? You will die for your blasphemy. Your soul belongs to me.
Satan. Oh my, they went and did it. They went and did it. The real mastermind behind these events, the fallen angel Satan, was cast down to earth as punishment for his rebellion against God. Satan has been searching for a way to re-enter heaven and crush the Almighty once and for all. The God Mask is said to bestow a power that is the key to God himself, a power that makes it where God's vassal on earth, and Satan has manipulated Zobek and the other Lords of Shadow to acquire it for his own means. Satan has unimaginable power to wield on this earth, and can use both light and shadow magic to cast destructive spells, or summon demonic reapers. Sorry, my nose is stuffed there. Not the other thing I said. Not the other one. Demonic reapers from other planes. However, he is not able to command his full strength while chained to the earthly plane, and thus remains weakened against heaven's chosen. Lord of the Dead. Zobek was once a brave fighter and a sage wizard, wise above all others. Along with Cornell and Carmilla, Zobek founded the order to which Gabriel belongs, the Brotherhood of Light. Yet pride drove him to seek even more power, to fight against the evil and injustices he saw all around him. He was corrupted by the very power to do good, and in the end was punished for it. When his spirit ascended to heaven that fateful night, the empty corpse that he left behind became the Necromancer, an evil reflection of everything that he represented. Lord of all the dead, he is death personified with his knowledge of the dark arts. None may stand against him, living or dead.
Didn't Pan teach you anything?
Eh.
You have been fooled, Gabriel. She is gone forever.
Never mind. I'm supposed to just stay in light mode while in there.
Surely you can do better than that, Gabriel.
Does I just have infinite magic?
Down to me. It's Satan who commands
Oh,
you.
well, he does a bunch of damage.
Surrender your weapon, and I'll show you mercy. God doesn't love you. He lets your beloved die. Didn't Pan teach you anything?
Ah. Ah.
Surrender your weapon. and
Wait, am
I'll
I supposed to
show
be
you
using
mercy.
dark magic while he's like this? Okay, I see now.
Surely you can do better than that, Gabriel.
Okay, geez, let me dodge for 1 second.
Bow down to me. It's Satan who commands you.
That's so goofy.
God doesn't love you. He lets your beloved die. You have been fooled, Gabriel. She is gone forever. God doesn't love you. He let your beloved die.
I meant to change over for him.
You have been fooled.
Is Gabriel also an
She
angel?
is gone forever.
No, he's not. But I mean, I'm sure he was just named after the angel.
Is that the power of God?
Drakengard, is that you? The crates. Thank you very much for the Persona 5 Royal votes. God doesn't love you. Oh, my face, my neck. Next overrated, but what about my beautiful face? Also, that is an exclamation point death. In fact, that's our third of the day. God, thank you, Taylor. No, you have to do all that shit again because you feel a QTE. Man, this game sucks.
Didn't Pan teach you anything? You have been fooled, Gabriel. She is gone forever. weapon, and I'll show you mercy. God doesn't love you. He
God
lets
doesn't
you
love you.
die. Bow down to me. It's Satan who commands you. Surely you can do better than that, Gabriel.
Yeah, can a mod give us exclamation point death 41, please? Oh shit.
Bow down to me. It's Satan who commands you. Surrender your weapon, and I'll show you mercy. Didn't Pan teach you anything?
Pan really didn't teach me anything. Not like he was like super on with his guidance.
Is that the power of God?
Give me the old double backhand.
I will wipe the name of Belmont from this world forever!
I mean, that wouldn't be too hard. It's not like it's my family name.
You think you can defeat
I believe
me?
we just like chose Belmont randomly.
Damn you, Gabriel! Die, Belmont! I will wipe the name of Belmont from this world forever! Die, Belmont!
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
You think you can defeat me?
Yeah, you're a pretty easy boss, to be honest with you. Not exactly sweating.
Damn you, Gabriel!
Unless I get hit by a fucking QTE at the end, in which case, you know, I have actual fear.
From this world forever.
That didn't even do that much damage, dude.
You think you can defeat me? Damn you, Gabriel! Die, Belmont!
Oh. Wait, what was that from again? Think you can take me?
You think you can defeat me?
Another Sonic 06er. Oh, yeah. The meme song.
Belmont. I will wipe the name of Belmont.
What's up,
from this
Coconut?
world.
Hello.
No! Stay back from me.
Ow. Good. Alright, Gabriel Belmont, you're not Cameron Poe from Con Air. You don't get to take a gut shot then walk it off. Pardon me. Hair game on par? Nah. Have you looked at Cameron Poe's mullet recently? He's about a couple tiers beneath that at least.
Take your hands off me, murderer. Your soul is damned.
I ask forgiveness and mercy for those that I have wronged. What I did unknowingly. Yet I would change everything if I could.
He isn't listening, Gabriel. Your fate is fixed.
Every man has the power to repent. I have faith in that. Forgive me. Forgive me. My God.
I will have such fun with your Marie. I will introduce her to such pleasures.
Her soul will go only to him. Once I have finished with you. Angel.
Kind of felt a little classless for Satan, I gotta say. Maybe a good personal hit, but you know, not the most tasteful antagonism's the old sexual threat. But that's how you know the game is edgy. Also, why would Marie go to hell? That doesn't even make sense. Is she gonna pop up here and say bye and then go to heaven? Or is it now our duty to go to hell and get her? And then in the sequel, it turns out she is now Sexy Devil Marie. One of the two. She had sex, she's going to hell. At least we're all safe then, eh, Twitch chat?
Alive? No. I do not want this. Why has my life been given back to me?
It is your fate. You have been given back what was wrongfully taken from you.
That's Dante's Inferno. That's actually what happens in Dante's Inferno.
To make amends.
But without you,
You freed them all. You
Damn,
saved
that's
us all,
one of our
Gabriel.
3
I couldn't save you.
video games about
I
rescuing
knew I could not tell you.
our beloved
Despair
ones
would have eroded your
from hell.
resolve and everything would have been lost.
That's one of our trilogy. Spoiled, Scorio.
I had faith in you.
It was going to be this, Dante's Inferno and Shadows of the Damned.
To free the world, and you did
360
not.
slash PS3 games about rescuing your loved one from damnation games. Trilogy.
I am not worthy of your faith. Your love. I am nothing.
You are a good man, Gabriel. You are as God intended, fallible, yet capable of great things. I loved you then, as I love you now. I see before me a man who has regained God's.
I'll be honest, I totally forgot,
who
if there
has
even
my
is,
forgiveness,
some lady that
and
Dante
forgives
goes into hell
all the lost souls of this world.
to try and rescue.
You have saved us all.
I just remember being like
You
a
have saved
massive,
yourself.
basically a tweet history of Dante Alighieri, and all of his, all the politicians he disliked.
The mask is a powerful device. It allows us to see through God's eyes.
Can it really bring the dead back?
Yes. Love.
Now that I've said that those 3 games are a trilogy, I'm gonna have to play all of them. Please understand. Your sister's listening. Probably doesn't appreciate my lumping in Shadows of the Damned with the other 2, but am I wrong?
Fool's hope.
It is too late for me, my love. I cannot come back.
We got a little kissy.
No, don't go.
It is my time.
Mwah, mwah,
The
mwah,
light
mwah,
is
mwah.
calling. I'm
No.
not afraid.
Please.
Okay, so Satan was just
Stay
chatting
with me.
shit.
It's beautiful, Gabriel. So beautiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna have sex with your wife. Yeah, and then just never does.
Calling.
I love you, Maria. I love you. Forgive me.
He really is just a 14-year-old Call of Duty player. Oh, don't tell me she's gonna come here and forgive us for killing her. Lady, I don't care about you. Truly, Axa. How do we kill Lucy? With the power of the God Mask. Which I'm guessing we had, like, absorbed through our quests. But, you know, he's more banished rather than straight up dead. Man. That opening theme to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, probably one of the best opening themes in video games. Right, if this isn't a credit screen, there we go. I was gonna say it's gonna be very, very awkward. I didn't even watch JoJo. Starge, I was reading JoJo before you even knew what it was. Before you even heard about the Capcom 2D fighting game. You little worm. Little cute worm. Little cute guy. I'd love even your worm. Cowboy Bebop is also very good. Yeah. True. But I've now watched the first 2.5 arcs of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I have problems with JoJo's. Interested in it, but I have so many issues with it. Time for the no-hit run. Let's go. Oh, I didn't even see that, Starge. How'd you like Chainsaw Man, Coconut? Go try and JoJo check you. Well, look, you JoJo checked me first of all. So to you for a huge go fuck yourself. 2 eps so far. Man, Power's great. They chose like the best voice actress for her. What if you just give some crass, dumb high school delinquent inordinate physical strength? Chose the perfect voice for it. 3rd ep just released a few hours ago. Noise. We're all be watching that Thursday. That and what else am I the current things I'm watching? I'm still watching My Hero Academia. Get off my case. I like it. And also the season is like the season with the best character, so off my case. Spy Family, I'm watching. Mob Psycho. Been perfect so far. Yeah, Chainsaw Man. And then also catching up on Demon Slayer, but I'm not as into that, to be honest. And rewatching Gurren Lagann, which has been... That's one of the ones I wish I could watch for the first time. But I also think that I watched that at like the absolute perfect time. Hoshi no Samidare, is that... That's not Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, is it? Because I just saw that's got an anime. I'm very, very excited. I had no idea that was getting an anime. I love that, and Spirit Circle. Same author. TTGL doesn't hit the same after the first watch. I will say second watch, it also hit for me, but that's because I was watching it with a friend in uni, and we used to, you know, smoke on the weekends and watch anime. So I was very susceptible to it at the time. Thank you, Sisto, for the GGs, and thank you all for the GGs and the claps as well. I appreciate it. We did it. We beat some video games. Is that all for stream today? Can be a short one, wouldn't it? But what else is there to do? Where do we go from here? The best Castlevania. Oh, wait a second. Beat Castlevania? No, thank you. I did that last month. I'm not going to do that for another 17 years. Thank you very much. Fuck out of here. Per Pimmy missed the end of Peak Castlevania. Hate to see it. Castlevania 2. I did that last month too. Chris, can you stop naming games that I beat last month? We play a quick league game. Sussy. What? I'm gotten maybe votes on Friday, AXA. At the end of our World of Horror stream on Friday night. Beat Order of Ecclesia? Yes. Yes. Thank you for the Divinity votes. Has anyone yet to turn in their nearly 2 free maybe votes? You can type in exclamation point maybe to see which games you can vote for. Isn't there a second Lords of Shadow game? Yeah, that is not until next Halloween. It's replacing, since we're beating Parasite Eve this year, Lords of Shadow's replacing it as our annual tradition. Hey, Weeboo. We did indeed. We finished the game. We beat the game. Final Fantasy 13-2 will be added to the maybe list in October of 2023. We need a year cooldown from beating the first one. Nah, probably not going to wait that long, but I'm not going to be adding it to the maybe list for quite some time. How about FF8? Have I ever been a Dark Souls streamer? I streamed Elden Ring. But no. I don't find Dark Souls games to be particularly replayable, to be honest with you, Coconut. So after like my first playthrough of them, I'm usually quite done. Zobek, Satan, Gabriel Belmont. Squario true. Occasionally I'm going to have some weeks where I stream nothing but Persona 5 in the evenings, just to get through that game a bit quicker. Because I don't mind the length of it, just how long it's going to be on the schedule, if you get me. Not a Souls fan, never played. Oh, I like me all Souls games except for one. I'll probably stream Bloodborne at some point, because that's the one game in the series that, or you know, the quote-unquote meta series that I've never beaten solo. Whenever I played Bloodborne, me and my brother were just sort of like taking turns on it. It was more of just a game that we were like chilling with. I didn't really get the full experience. Oh, we're 100% Dracula now. You've never seen someone be as Dracula as I'm about to be.
An unusual hiding place for the Prince of Darkness. Don't you think?
Zobek.
Yes, old friend. It is I.
Where have you been all this time?
Out there, amongst the living. And what of you? Why have you been hiding all this time? Gabriel.
Don't you dare call me that. Isint Dracul.
He's a not hot Dracula.
No doubt, you
Him.
once were. But alas, look at you now. A mere shadow of your former self.
Shadow, am I? What do you want, old friend?
Satan's acolytes are readying for his imminent return. He is unlikely to welcome both of us with open arms. Don't you think? Help me stop him. Or you and I will become his favorite pets. For all eternity. It is time to get out of this wretched tomb you have made for yourself. Stop skulking in the shadows. Don't you care that he will enslave you?
Modern day Draculas. Are we gonna get some Blade nightclub music up in here?
I know what it is you yearn for.
Yeah, this has got to be a lead up to Lords of Shadow too.
I cannot die. Yet.
But in the cover art for Lords of Shadow 2, Gabriel still looks like Gabriel.
Help me, and I can free you of your immortality.
Yeah, this is the guy we just played as.
Soon, old friend. Soon. It will be over.
Also, in terms of Batman characters, he's looking more like Hugo Strange than Alfred. Why does he look like Sean Connery? Have you seen Sean Connery? Also, yeah, rest in peace, Sean Connery. New difficulty mode unlocked. Oh shit. Can we unlock our final ability? No, we can't use it. No! Chapter 13? No! Is this DLC shit? No! No! No!
It seems like only yesterday that I stood there upon that cliff top, looking down into the abyss of my life. Everything that I'd ever loved taken from me. Defeating the Lords of Shadow had been a hollow victory.
Hollow fucking victory indeed.
Now I was on a journey. A journey that I could never imagine in my darkest nightmare.
If I don't beat this
As I
DLC
stood
tonight,
there
I don't care. I'm not
contemplating
playing
my
this game
fate,
again. We beat it. We
A
saw
voice
credits.
entered my thoughts. A cry for help that I could not ignore. A debt.
The iconic chapter from Final Fantasy
a life
13.
for a life.
I wish
When
chapter
was
13
left
was
of
the
my
final
broken
one of this
humanity,
game.
felt obliged to do the honourable thing. To repay that debt.
Look, I did
Looking
not
back
say,
now,
hello
I
everybody.
realised that none of
This
us
week
had
I'm
any
going to
real
play
control
Castlevania
over
Lords of
our
Shadow
fate.
and all the DLC.
Well,
I
like
never said
leaves
that.
on
I
the
said I'm going
wind,
to play Castlevania Lords
to
of
be
Shadow.
blown wherever we may.
If they decide to add some shit after that, I did not pay attention to what this guy was saying at all. Don't care. Game does not have a good plot. It's not about to get good. I mean, look at. Sorry, that would be like an easy criticism to say they're not even doing full cutscenes. It's not fair, I don't think. Am I okay with, you know, games doing non-fully animated stuff for their narrative bits?
Hear me, Gabriel.
Wait, we're not even playing
I need your help.
Dracula, Gabriel?
I am afraid.
Yeah, we got no Jimmy streamers here. Jimmy?
It's not safe for me here.
Ugh.
I have no one left to turn to. Gabriel, you must help me.
Two lives with one stone. When you put it that way, says he. No, he's not the Gabriel. He just is called Gabriel. Okay, if we're just revisiting old levels, fuck this DLC. That, no. I'll literally just read the plot recap of it. Yeah, oh, sorry, if we're revisiting 3 whole ass levels. We are. This is fucking Carmela's castle. No. First bullshit puzzle we get up to. We're done. Oh, I see. That was Carmilla calling out to us.
You are nothing but entertainment for me.
The game reached following status. The game reached gold status following an announcement on Twitter made by David Cox on September 9th, 2010. The game's 2 downloadable content episodes, Reverie and Resurrection, were released in February 2011 and June 2011 respectively to explain the twist from the story's ending. David Cox referred to these DLC chapters as a mistake. The story is expanded in 2 DLC packs, titled Reverie and Resurrection. Reverie has Gabriel returning to Carmilla's castle to contain an ancient evil, the Forgotten One, with the help of Carmilla's daughter Laura. He is also a playable character that assists Gabriel in some of the sequences of the DLC. Before entering a portal into the Forgotten One's prison, Laura tells Gabriel that he cannot enter it in his mortal form, and dies after she has Gabriel drink her blood to use its power to enter, turning him into a vampire. During Resurrection, the Forgotten One aspires to destroy the humans' world, but he is defeated by Gabriel, who claims his power for himself. Corrupted by the Forgotten One's power, Gabriel destroys his combat cross and leaves through the portal. Really? We did not need... You did not need to explain that twist ending, like literally. Literally, he turned into Dracula through the events of the game. He absorbed a lot of fucking evil power. He's Dracula now. That's... Man. No defeated list. The entire game can go fuck itself. Look forward to Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 next October. Man, this game could have maybe just inched onto the C tier. Or like, the fact that it was fairly playable and had some cool ideas every now and then. But it sure didn't. It sure did not do that. Instead, it like D at most, right? Awful video game. Looked like Castlevania May Cry. If it was that, it might have been cool. It was God of Castlevania of the Rings, which was very much not cool. But you know what? I think we're going to call it for an early stream tonight. I know we're at the time where I could normally go on much longer, but I think you know, I'll take the win that we got. And return tomorrow evening for a roguelike Wednesday. And also, yeah, a little bit of resting up. Because yeah, I'm still not 100%, but you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. So we're gonna go and raid one Jimmy McGinger. Oh, thank you all. Tier list Castlevania games. Okay, shit. Never mind. We're gonna tier list Castlevania games because Taylor just said it. We're tier listing Castlevania games. Thank you everybody for all the kind words and fond farewells, but we're tier listing Castlevania games, please understand. I didn't play Lords of Shadow 2. Yeah, there's going to be a few games on this that I haven't played, actually. But, we'll live. We'll live and learn. You know what? Let's get some of that. The excellent Akumajo Dracula tribute albums playing. Not that one. Ah, the ending theme of Super Castlevania 4. Nice. Y'all are leaving? That's okay. Thank you, Stars and Squario, for hanging out with me. I very greatly appreciate it. Really do. Really do. I'm very, very thankful that all y'all, you know, spend your time, no matter how much or how little it might be, hanging out here watching me stream. Like, ridiculous choice, but thank you. Okay, here we are. Castlevania game tier list to kick off the end of the Castlevania arc for 9. Whenever I eventually clear every game on this list, we'll come back to it. Damn, this sounds good. Alright, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. Despite its anime-ass aesthetic, and, you know, the new antagonists being nowhere near as fun as, you know, past Castlevania games. Yeah, still A tier for me, because it's got that fantastic soul system to it. Would you know? The gameplay and combat system's so good that it's like start appearing in a whole bunch of different video games. It's like the 5th Castlevania tier list. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't think I've done any Castlevania tier list before. No, I've never done a Castlevania tier list before. Oh, sorry. Sniffling in mic. I've done a Metroidvania tier list, but not a Castlevania one. What's your request, Coconut? Give me a link to some BGM. I can't guarantee that I'll play it over the Akumajo Dracula tribute albums, but you can sure pass it over. Kaleo, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Alright. Let's see what tomfoolery have to offer. You know what? I'm gonna bookmark this for my own listening. But given that's a Castlevania tier list, we are gonna continue to listen to the Castlevania music. Alright, give it everyone. Alright, Castlevania Vampire's Kiss, aka Dracula X for the Super Nintendo. We didn't finish the series. We have, however, finished Castlevania Arc, which is almost the same. Man. Okay, so this is a port / reimagining of Rondo of Blood with truncated levels, no open, well, it was never open world, but no multiple choice stage selection. I don't think it has any rescuing of the other characters to do, and generally sort of slimmed down all across the board. Also with one of the most obnoxious final boss fights I've seen in video games, never mind Castlevania. But I do have some good versions of Rondo music, and you know, it's still a lesser version of what I would consider to be an all-round great game. So, C tier. If you want to play a Castlevania on the Super Nintendo, I mean, it's the worst choice of them, but you know, it's still good. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. I'm going to put it up here, even though I think Dawn of Sorrow improves on its like movement and so on. Aria of Sorrow was one that pioneered the soul system. You know, how many games have used that? No, I wonder. I've got to do some research on this because I know the ones that immediately come to mind are always Neo, but Folklore does it. A ton of games do it, and I'm fairly certain like it was the originator. As far as I know, at least. But yeah, also just a good Castlevania map. Solid ass gameplay. Fun plotline involving the end of Dracula and what happens after Dracula is gone. Also, Soma Cruz, one of the most stylish Castlevania protagonists with his fur-trimmed hood. So, what it loses to Dawn of Sorrow in terms of its style, or sorry, in terms of its gameplay, it makes up for it in style. Also, man, this is not the original version of this track. This is a remix of this track, but the theme of the Phantom Palace, like whenever you put a song on the Game Boy Advance that makes me stop. I mean, I can play the original version because it's also good. Like, it's decent enough. You know, that wins you some credit. But Dawn of Sorrow also has an excellent play. Like, you could really do a separate playlist or a tier list for soundtracks in these games. Castlevania Lament of Innocence, unfortunately I haven't played yet. Castlevania Bloodlines. Bloodlines is a weird one. It's gonna be a B tier for me because like it's a solid game, but it's one of the games I consider more about the spectacle of a Castlevania than the gameplay. It's very linear, moving from one side of the room to the next, or from top to bottom, or from bottom to top. There's never much in the way of like actual platforming to do. Yeah, a lot. I mean, I'm not going to complain about less platforming in general, but it doesn't feel like Bloodlines. I don't feel like it really makes up for it with any other strengths aside from like some of the Sega Mega Drive's like graphical enhancements of the time, like the rotating Tower of Pizza stage is always fun. Yeah, it's a bit thin in terms of the gameplay and like the challenge that it offers. But it's still a very good game. Once again, some excellent music. Not as good as an 8-bit one. Yeah, I might be inclined to agree. Haven't played Castlevania Chronicles, really want to. Castlevania Circle of the Moon. It's been a while since I played it, but I found it really, really bland. Some good music once again, especially for a GBA game, because it's mostly remixes of other Castlevania songs. Yeah, I skipped Circle of the Moon when I was doing the Castlevania arc, when I was doing the whole like Metroidvania series playthrough, because I really remember not enjoying it a lot. Also, if I remember rightly, it's like you don't really have a lot of screen space to navigate, which is a bit killer for a Metroidvania. I'm gonna have to look it up here, make sure I'm not chatting shit. Okay, no, it's not too bad actually. Oh, you know what it is? The rooms are massive. That's it. So it looks like you've zoomed in on a regular map, or like on a regular room. So you still can't really see how well you're navigating as a result. Yeah, I have heard that, Coconut. I love the... I mean, I would call it Castlevania Chronicles, but I believe it was just called Castlevania or Akomaju Dracula for the Sharp. Yeah, I love that soundtrack. The load BGM from that version of the soundtrack is legit one of the best songs in the whole franchise. Castlevania Harmony of Despair. I never really properly played this, so I tried it for a very short moment on a mate's Xbox 360, but I would love to play it properly for myself at some point. Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge. I'm gonna say for all the Game Boy games, I don't remember them well enough to comment on them. I remember liking Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge more than the others, but I don't know why. Castlevania Judgment. A little unfairly maligned, as I've said. It's a pretty fun, casual, loosey-goosey arena brawler with some weird redesigns. Some of them looking a lot better than others. Fantastic music, of course. But yeah, I reckon get rid of the waggle controls, give everyone their classic looks, or at least a more appropriate redesign, like the Smash Brothers Simon Belmont redesign, and yeah, people would have like way fewer problems with Castlevania Judgment than they do. Could use a bit more beef from the content side, but I had fun with it for what it was. Castlevania Legends again. Haven't played it recently enough to comment. Never played any of the 64 games. Symphony of the Night. For me is one of the S tier Castlevania games, which is going to be our top 3. It's a good deal slower compared to some of the other like more recent Metroidvanias in the series, like the DS games. It can feel a bit clunky in exchange for that. But gameplay-wise, it's still pretty solid in that whole, you know, the challenge in Metroidvania games to me is always about enemy moves, like knowing how enemies are going to move and what attacks are going to do, and positioning yourself well. And I feel like once that clicks, the combat in them becomes a lot more fun because you start anticipating more than just trying to speed on through and smash everything up. Also, I know I've said this before, this is like my go-to phrase, but it's such a rich game stylistically. So decadent. The visuals, the music, the mood. It is fantastic. Rondo of Blood. Is A tier. I think Rondo of Blood's fantastic. I think it is probably the best in terms of challenge that a Castlevania has to offer, in that it has levels that are really tough, but it's like not unfair at times. Like it's not the second last level of Castlevania 1, for instance. It also, Richter's a fun protagonist. He's bringing anime Ryu vibes to it. The multi-branching levels are great. If I'm correct, it pretty much introduced what would become the blueprint for every Dracula fight thereafter, where Dance of Illusions is playing in the background. He's teleporting on different sides. He's doing, well, I mean, in Castlevania 1 he also did the teleporting and the fireballs, but in this one he also gets meteors to go along with him, which is fun. And then in Castlevania 1 he also has a giant transformation. Okay, so it refined the TV1 Dracula fight and added to it, and those additions became part of the overall thingamajig edition of Castlevania. Was this one of the second playable card you would unlock in a level? Yeah. You could unlock Maria. Also, one of the few, not very many games in the series do this, but direct sequel and game before it. It's pretty fun. After all, Richter and Maria do appear in Castlevania Symphony of the Night, as well as Shaft, the secondary antagonist of Rondo of Blood. Oh, Nightmare Grim? Sure. Sure, whatever. I haven't played the Game Boy version of Kid Dracula. Didn't even know it was a thing. Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. This one, it has like a lot of the things that are there for a great Metroidvania. Like a lot of them. It has a great map. I love the Mario 64 thing where there's portraits throughout the castle that take you to different worlds. That's excellent. Browner and the two Lacard girls. Actually, this is actually also kind of a direct sequel, come to think of it. Actually, a lot of the games sort of exist in pairs. Now to think about it. Bloodlines leads into Portrait of Ruin. Aria of Sorrow leads into Dawn of Sorrow. Rondo of Blood leads into Symphony. It's almost like this is a series. Wow. Yeah, Taylor's just... I wouldn't say he's bitch made, but... if one was to think it, I would take a while before correcting them. Yeah, see, the one thing that lets me down for Portrait of Ruin is the relative thinness of your character's movesets. I feel like in a Metroidvania of this scale, you really need the sort of customizability as well as the ability to quickly switch between different movesets that you get in Order of Ecclesia and the Dawn of Sorrow. You get that to some, like you get some versatility in between Charlotte and Jonathan, but they feel very, very specific, like in where you use them. It doesn't feel like as open and sort of experimental as those games, and plus it feels like the overall move list is a good degree shorter than those other games in general. But overall, great game. Really enjoy Portrait of Ruin. Vampire Killer, bad game. Awful version of the original Castlevania. It's like you take all the jank of the first Castlevania, but you just sort of take away the fun level structure of it. Pardon me, 1 second. I thought that would have baited. I thought it might have baited Coconut. I haven't played Vampire Killer. I really want to. Mirror of Fate. Oh, that's the Lords of Shadow game. Haven't played it. Curse of Darkness. Haven't played it. These two games are like, these are top on my list of really want to play. Not like, first of all, just really want to play in general. And like, my most want to play Castlevania game, but if I hadn't just done a full Castlevania arc, I would be playing one of these. Unfortunately, I'm gonna wait until like New Year, I guess. Vampire Killer on SNES. Oh, Vampire Killer on SNES. Is that not Vampire's Kiss? This Vampire Killer is the MSX. Yeah. Yeah, this is the MSX one. For some reason I thought you might have played this, given that you're talking to me about sharps. I don't know what this is. I think it might be Castlevania the arcade. It is Castlevania the arcade. I can just see the text at the bottom. I haven't played this. No one has played this. Don't believe the lies. It doesn't exist. It's not a real game. Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, haven't played. Oh yeah, he's definitely looking more Dracula in that art. So I have to keep pausing myself to cough. Yeah, Lord, I wish I could play Castlevania the arcade. That'd be so good. I mean, I don't know if the game would be good, but I want the experience of playing it. I don't know what this is. I would have thought Castlevania 1, but given that Castlevania 1's right here, I'm gonna guess that that's just Chronicles again, but like the sharp version of Chronicles. Castlevania 3, you know, it's been a long time since I played it, but I think it has some of the best level design in 2D Castlevanias. Like right up there with Rondo. It gets so much right from the original game. But I just remember it being super, super hard. Was a sharp version? That is the Sharp X860 or 680? The Sharp 68000. Sharp X 68000, sorry. Here's a bit of what its music sounds like. Nope, that's the PlayStation version. This is the music that plays while you're loading the game. And you have the choice of either loading it from the disc every time you start up, or you can save it directly onto the Sharp's like immediate memory, so you can load it up whenever. But this is the music that plays whenever you load the game, so why would you ever skip the loading screen? And there's all the music, thank you Coconut. And here's a remix of that fantastic music from Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth. I love this track so much. It's so good. Legit one of my favorite tracks in the whole thing. What's that? You wanted another version from Dracula X Chronicles? Castlevania The Adventure, once again, haven't played the Game Boy games in a long time, so I'm going to have to replay that before I can decide. Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles. Now, it might hurt some people to say that this is the best version of Rondo. Honestly, I think you could exchange these two and, you know, you're not going to be hurting anybody. I think stylistically at some points this game looks better than this one and sounds better, but you know, in those terms it's flavor. The biggest differences in these games are flavor. You know, music and visuals. I love everyone's redesigns for this game. This is one I was playing on stream. Axa, the one with the unlockable character. I'm not sure if you saw any of that. It's a 3D remake of Rondo, but aside from the fact that it has like a bunch of little unlockables, like additional soundtracks and stuff, the reason that it ranks higher than Rondo for me is that it changes the end boss of the game, and the way that it changes it is my favorite Dracula boss fight in the entire series. It's such a sick fight. First of all, because it's like a bit of a rug pull, like, oh shit, it's not actually over when I thought it was over. But also because that end phase is just kind of balls to the wall. But balls to the wall in like, forgive me for saying it, but like from softy kind of way. Like you can learn it. It's largely about learning it and sharpening your reactions to it. I believe I spent the vast majority of my final stream learning and doing that boss fight. And I had a wonderful time. Great boss fight, great game. Also, it has an unlockable version of the original Rondo and Symphony of the Night in it, so why would you not play it? You say you want Simon's theme, Coconut? How about the theme of Simon as remixed by Nobuyuki Sano, aka the composer for Drakengard? Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. It's okay, it's fine. It's a very basic Metroidvania. It's largely visually kind of unimpressive, which is strange even for Game Boy Advance. Metroidvanias, they tend to have like pretty great detail still, but this game uses a lot of weird ass visual effects in the background. Like simulated visuals rather than sprite work. It does have some excellent sprite work in there, but also just the mix of that and the fact that you don't really... Your moveset boils down to what you can do with your whip, and then like elemental magic you can apply to your whip and to your sub weapons. Oh no, wait, sorry, no, you can't apply it to your whip. You can apply it to your whip and circle of the moon. You just apply elemental magic to your sub weapons to turn them into like different spells, which is okay. Just overall, the game feels sort of very samey going through it, but you know. Eustace is a fun protagonist, and you can also decorate your room. You collect furniture, and you decorate one of the empty rooms in Dracula's castle because, according to Eustace, Dracula has no sense of style and should be ashamed of himself. Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth. I haven't played this since it first released, but I really, really enjoyed this. I think it's one of the most solid Castlevania games in terms of, you know what, I think even if I do find it balls to the wall hard, 3 gotta be up here. 3's really damn good. 3's not B tier. Rebirth might be A tier as well, but I need to replay it. It's another, you know, it's one of the more recent, I think the most recent, the final, in fact, classic Castlevania game. It's a remake of Castlevania The Adventure for the Game Boy, but you wouldn't be able to tell really, aside from whatever plot drippings there are in it. And yeah, just really, really solid, excellent music, decent visuals. Sort of like a Castlevania Chronicles style of visual, if anyone's familiar with that game. Legacy of Darkness, haven't played. Order of Ecclesia, I don't need to spend too much time telling you all about how this is one of my favorite games of all time. My favorite Castlevania. It has the excellent DS era level of movement with what is essentially a soul system, not quite as robust, but still very, very good. And yeah, one of the more fun stories in Castlevania. It pays a bit more attention to the plot, which is nice. And I know some people aren't as fond as the whole thing that it's not just one giant Dracula's castle map, but in fact a lot of little maps, and that does make a decent portion of the game more linear than it's supposed to be. And the actual Dracula's map isn't very Metroidvania-ish as a result. There are only like 3 traversal abilities that you really need in the game, maybe 4, to fully explore everything, which isn't too bad. But I still think the difficulty of the game, the fact that every enemy, like whenever you first meet them, is a decent threat, is really, really solid in my opinion. Sorry, I need to take a drink real quick. Except Dracula's a champ. Look, Dracula's incredibly threatening until you figure out the fact that he's a champ. Like, but even as a champ, one of his wait, can you use Dominus as soon as you start the fight? Because I mean, I didn't. So I have no right to call him a champ. But yeah, also music, one of the best Castlevania soundtracks. It sounds very distinct for Castlevania. It doesn't sound as like, you know, Kojima goes off with the instrumentals, loving the harpsichord and all tons of layers. And Ecclesia's not really like that. It's a bit more stripped back. But I think it sounds fantastic. It's legit one of my favorite soundtracks in video games. I just wish that we could get the whole thing without the DS compression. There are some quote-unquote arranges on the official soundtrack that are pretty much just the tracks without compression. But I really wish we could get it for all of them. You can burst him down with the damage boost from Dominus Agony before he can transition to his second form. To be honest with you, Lev, I would have never figured that out because I never used any Dominus spells because of their health draining properties. Like, that does seem like a whole level of trouble I didn't need in that game. Like, I'm having trouble holding on to HP as it is. The first Castlevania, man. Maybe it should rightfully be in B tier because there are 2 levels, some might say 3, that are so bullshit that, you know, they drove Runtooth to the point of frustration. That's for sure. But the music, the visuals, the originator of the style, you know, the first game, A tier. I don't give a shit. I've only ever beat it once without save states, and I'm never doing it again. Simon's Quest. Simon's Quest is a B tier. You know, it's unfortunate that it doesn't have the enemy variety of bosses of later NES Metroid or NES Castlevanias. It is a proto Metroidvania, but it's one of the games that gets like the worst raps in the series without really deserving it. True, you get false hints from the villagers, and it doesn't really warn you about it, and things are mistranslated, and that really doesn't help. And also, you don't have a map unless you write it down yourself. So if you do play Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, I recommend that you play it with the mod that adds a map and retranslates all the dialogue to make it more accurate. Whenever it does that, it is just a solid ass game where you should be paying attention to hints. Looking forward to it, Mega. It's okay. If I can insult the DM/game creator to their face, maybe a home invasion will not, you know, hurt me as much. I haven't played. Well, sorry. I'm putting this down here because this is the Famicom version of Dracula of Castlevania 3, and I think it's literally the exact same. It just has different music. Well, not even different music, but like NES music versus Famicom Disk System music. Can fully insult you as always. Hey, don't go making it sound like I'm the one always doing all the insulting. Yeah, I will, as always. Castlevania Order of Shadow, it's a mobile game I've never played. Haunted Castle is a fucking disaster. I don't know, whenever I played this on stream, you can go back and watch, I was having a fun time. I was chilling with chat, I was enjoying the stupidity of its spectacle. Whenever I replayed it to capture footage for the Castlevania Arc intro video, it was so abysmal that it erased my first experience of playing Haunted Castle. Like, I always knew that was a really, really bad game, incredibly unfair, massive quarter muncher, just all around not a good time. But the first time I played it, I somehow enjoyed it. Maybe just like streaming does that to your brain. Whenever I played it off stream, it was woeful all the way through. Not like I couldn't even enjoy the spectacle of it. Karma, we Castlevania. It's true. Wait. Isn't this already on the list? Oh, that's the HD version. Kid Dracula. Solid enough game. Not too bad. Fun little platformer. More in the bullshit platforming vein. Oh my god. Lucy and Gazi, thank you very much for the raid. What's up? Welcome. Very Nocturne, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Can you please get a shout out for Hussein Ghazi? Lost Soul, good to see you. Y'all have rated it at pretty much the end of the stream. I completed Castlevania Lords of Shadow tonight. And we just decided to do a little Castlevania game tier list to finish up. With Castlevania series tier list, although looking at this art, I can see why you would think it might be RPGs. They definitely have that look to them. How was ye old Phasmophobia? But yeah, everybody, please feel free to click the little heart that disappeared at the top of your chat to give Hussein Ghazi a follow if you have yet to do so. Check out his vibes, see if you like him. He's a really, really friendly guy. Plays a bunch of most of what I see you playing is like multiplayer style games. I know you play RPGs as well a whole ton, but those seem to be like your two wheelhouses, so to speak. Also does some art on the stream, so yeah, please check him out. See if you dig his vibe. But yeah, I'm going to go through the rest of these pretty quickly because my voice, I was sick recently. Well, I still am sick, but recovering enough to do a stream today. But now my voice is really starting to die, so I'm just going to speed through the rest of these. But Hussein Ghazi, thank you again so much for the follow, or not for the follow, for the raid. No, I don't think it's COVID. I haven't tested yet. I'm testing tomorrow. I don't have any tests in the house, so I have to wait for my bro to deliver some tomorrow. But there's a bug that's going around here that is not COVID, but has some COVID-y symptoms. Be sure to rest. Oh yeah, don't worry, dude. I've taken 3 days off work this week. I'm lunging with the best of them. I slept most of yesterday. Today I'm feeling a lot better, which is why I decided to stream. But yeah, it's starting to catch up to me just a little bit. So yeah, we'll storm through these. Castlevania Lords of Shadow, like I said, it might have rested okay at C tier or above, if not for the mixture of truly horrible writing at the end of the game, and like the twists were foreshadowed, so I can't pat myself on the back for calling them as happening. But just boring, bland game, not much personality or creativity to it. Everything that it did, it seemed to like take from other things, which, you know, is not unique to it, but there was no sense of individual style or soul in it. It was just dire, lifeless, edgy in ways that didn't even make sense. Yeah, not a great game. If you're gonna, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Most pointless twist in existence. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Up there with them for sure. Super Castlevania 4 is an easy A for me. I think platforming wise, it's one of the, not one of the best in the series. I would say that Rebirth has better platforming than it. It's a game that's more about visuals, music, swinging on your whip. Also introduced us to one of the best songs in Castlevania history. Let's see if we can get it up here. Oh, nope, that's not it. Having this as your opening level music? You're going in, you're entering the castle, you get in there, and then hell yeah. maybe maybe the best SNES soundtrack. I don't know. Top 5 at least. Also, hello Val, how you doing? Lovely to see you. You've come in towards the end of the stream, but all the same, I greatly appreciate you being here. But yeah, I mean, it's a decent game and has fun bosses. It makes use of the SNES Mode 7 graphics in some fun and interesting ways when you get to like a room that rotates around you, like a cylinder. Yeah, man, I haven't played Super Castlevania 4 in quite some time. That really should have been part of this arc. Man. Castlevania Arc 2 might be coming quicker than anyone wants it to. Because man. I'm craving this game now. I had to play one of my other favorite songs from this this game. This track is called Treasury Room. What's that? Simon's Quest. Redacted? What even is that? Is this track, or is it not, a complete rat jam? Can I get at least one rat jam in chat, please? We've got the Bloodstain games on here as well. You know what? I'm not gonna do the Bloodstains. They're not Castlevania games as much as you might wish they were. And also, I've only played Ritual of the Night to completion, and I'm going to be playing it relatively soon, so I'm not gonna... Oh, here it goes. You thought it kicked in already? I don't know who the composer was, Masanori Odachi, who thought that a typewriter would be good percussion, but correct. Also, if you're wearing headphones, the percussion moves from like one ear to the other, which is really cool. Also, I haven't played Grimoire of Souls. That's the most recent mobile game recently released on Apple Arcade. You know, Axa, I'll accept a rat spin. I'll take a rat spin, that's fine. So yeah, that is going to be it for the Castlevania tier list. Now, a lot of these games are ranked, like I would probably put, if this was like a general game tier list, I would probably put Vampire's Kiss and fuck, what do you call it? Harmony of Dissonance in B tier. And I would probably put Simon's Quest in A. Maybe Bloodlines in A. I'd have to play Rebirth before I put it in A. And I would almost certainly put Super Castlevania 4 in S tier. But because we're ranking them in terms of Castlevania games, this is where they compare in the series. And like, C I would consider an average, somewhat enjoyable as a Castlevania game. D is falls flat, and F is Haunted Castle. Quality series either way. I mean, dude. Yeah, I think it's safe to confirm it as my favorite video game series. I love Castlevania. I have a deep and abiding love for it that's maybe rivaled only by like Nier and Drakengard in terms of series. The individual games, you know, there are some that would get up there. No More Heroes 1 is, you know, Castlevania tier to me, if that makes sense. But yeah, let me just download that, put it in the old tier list folder. But yeah, I'm gonna miss Castlevania Arc. I know I'm the only person who's gonna miss Castlevania Arc, but you know, just because the arc is done doesn't mean I'm done streaming Castlevania games, you know. Before the next Castlevania arc, we will see the series occasionally. But we have other things to check in with, first of all. Such as, you might be asking, PB, what is coming now that Castlevania Lords of Shadow is done? Thank you for asking, chat. On Monday evening next week, 7:30 p.m. BST, we are going to be starting a game that I've been looking forward to for, I think, like 2 years now. I guess when I first heard about it. The indie horror game Signalis. Largely inspired, visually at least, by PS1 horror games. Predominantly Resident Evil and Silent Hill from the looks of it. Axel, what did you think I was gonna say? What did you think I was streaming instead? But you know what? Signalis gets some new. Oh, Lost Odyssey? Soon, Axa. Soon in capital letters. Soon. But, yeah. Signalis next Monday. It's gonna be excellent. I'll be back again tomorrow evening. That is Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. BST. We are going to be enjoying a roguelike Wednesday. We're going to be playing some roguelikes. Probably going to play at least one more run of Dicey Dungeon. I want to beat that game on stream. And Non-Guns is one that I'm going to try out, and we'll hopefully get a third game in there this time. I always say that. We haven't had a third game in roguelike Wednesday in a while, but we're gonna stick and move with this time. But for now, we are going to go and raid. Oh, look at little Stargy, Sergeant Solidus, playing Final Fantasy 15 for the first time. Disgusting. I don't know if it was his first time, but Stargen's playing Final Fantasy 15, so let's go say hello to Stargen. I myself am probably going to go to bed very soon, but once again, thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you, Sai, for the 30-month resub. Much love to you. You in particular. And thank you, Gazi, for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll catch you on stream at some point in the near future. But until then, take care everybody. Be good. And bye-bye.